Welcome to another video session with Seibert Media, and I have a guest. It's Zubin from the United States, from cPrime. Like, you're the biggest Atlassian partner, and Atlassian doesn't want you to say that, right?
Correct.
So, why are you here? We're in Wiesbaden in Germany, and you're where actually situated?
I'm in California, in Silicon Valley.
So that's a long
Yeah,
flight.
it's a long flight. Yes, it is. But yeah, I wanted to come out because one, I've heard Wiesbaden is beautiful, and
Is it?
I can tell you that it absolutely is. But second, and most importantly, is I think taking our partnership to the next level. I thought it was important for us to spend time together and meet with the teams and collaborate on how we can take Linchpin to the U.S. market in a more structured and productive way. I mean, I think it's a very powerful tool that I think is underrated, as we would say. So helping to understand it better so we can bring it to market, so we can educate users on some of the really, really big problems it's solving. So I thought it was important that we do that in person.
Yeah, cool. And your colleague Dan Frost was already here.
Yeah,
so
Dan Frost came last
did he recommend that, or did you?
Yeah,
do
he
it?
had
Although he said don't go.
He had a great trip, and he was definitely pushed and challenged to new levels, and I think that's good for him. It's good for us, and I think he came back with a lot of energy that he has been spreading throughout our organization, and it's a big reason why I'm here.
Linchpin is a intranet solution for big companies. It's very big projects, long sales cycles. How does that fit into your business structure and your customers that you have today? Is it like spot on, or rather fell further off?
I think for some of the larger customers, it's pretty spot on and relevant for them. I think everyone is challenged with how do you better communicate information to people in a more consistent, more digestible format. And to be honest, we're flooded with information from every single channel possible. So being able to have a hub that has information that allows you to interact in whether it's microblogging or have a more interactive kind of style of communication through either mobile with Linchpin Mobile, or through the touchpad, so you can sitting here having coffee or in the break room or getting coffee, I can see them on the latest news or activities going on. I think that's pretty powerful. It's pretty compelling. I know there's a lot of needs for that. So
if you had to pick one thing that you think is most impressive for customers, what would it be?
That's hard to say. I mean, obviously, the design interface definitely makes the experience of using Confluence significantly better. And I think if you look at a lot of the internet solutions out there, they might look nice, but they don't have any power. They really don't have a lot of features and capabilities that are easy to set up and administer. So that's one big thing. I think the mobile interface that you have that you built in your mobile app with the secure VPN is very innovative and revolutionary, and solves a lot of problems around how do you get your users into using an internet solution but still keep that inside your firewall. So that I think that mobile solution that you guys developed is secure and very easy to deploy. So I think that's also another big important one that I really.
How do you think, selling Linchpin to customers needs some education, I need to get into that a little. How big was that investment for you as a company? Was it a big hurdle? I remember myself nagging a long time, Zubin, look at Linchpin.
Yeah.
And it took me quite some time to get this traction with your company. So how would you recommend others to do that? And what do you think, how big is that investment?
I would say that the investment is smaller than I thought, to be honest, in the sense that you did a lot of the enablement for us and with us. We built microsites together. You trained our guy, Dan Frost, our main kind of partner manager, so that he could enable our internal folks. You built demo sites for us, for our clients. And I was actually surprised at how quickly, from the time he went through that session with you, when we got back, the number of opportunities in the first few months were significantly more than I ever thought that they would be. And even though we don't necessarily sell a lot of Confluence, it is something that once our team realized this is an option now, we can solve this problem that we're able to present Linchpin to a solution to clients, and I think that says a lot about the fact that there is a problem out there, and this is a very good solution, not just for one problem, but for many problems that companies are tackling.
What I liked a lot in our conversations is, I think this is very similar to a lot of other partners, that they are very Jira focused, their business is very Jira focused, and then somewhat struggle to have a similar business model for Confluence in the collaboration space. And like, this gives you something to sell and to work on.
And that's a big reason. I was definitely, to be honest, that was one of the big reasons is just because we haven't been selling much into this Confluence space, it doesn't mean we don't want to.
Yeah.
And so this definitely opened some new conversations to do more work in the Confluence space, not only with the technical teams, but with HR and our marketing. And we had a number of marketing HR groups using Jira already. So for them, this was a very natural tool to add to their repertoire.
Yeah. Let's talk about a smaller product, Draw.io. Draw is a diagramming tool, and you've been selling Glyphy also, other products. Why are you selling that? And there's it's also like a small thing, like a side gig. Why is that important, and why is that? And
yeah, I mean, look, a diagramming tool is essential for any system. You can't not have it. You can't not draw. If you're in technology or even in marketing, or you're always drawing on whiteboards, and the only way to virtually do that is to use a tool like Draw.io. So it's a tool that you have to buy. It's the most popular, the most stable, solid user interface, and some unique features to it. So from that perspective, it just makes a lot of sense. And also, when you know the company behind it, the engineering quality and support you're going to get from a partner is also really important, so that if we do have problems, or we do have clients have requests or needs, we know we can get answers to them quickly, and that the support we get from support enablement and kind of engagement perspective is higher than we get from other add-on vendors.
There's a kind of superficial argument that I hear from other partners a lot is, it's awesome that it only costs half or even less than Glyphy, but that is actually a disadvantage for me because I'll earn less. So I don't know whether I want to sell Draw.io in the future.
I mean, I don't know what to say to that beyond you got to do what's right for your customers. So
Yeah.
You should be
But I heard it a couple of times.
You should be trying to save your customers money, and by doing that, they're going to come back to you.
Yeah.
If you can send a product that's equal or better than another product for half the price, why would you not sell them that?
Yeah, I totally agree. Okay, Draw.io. Let's talk a little bit about PowerScripts. That's a product that you set out.
Correct.
It's a automation solution. Why is that cool? Why should partners who watch this check out PowerScripts and resell that?
Yeah, so PowerScripts is built on, so we've actually, the team that developed this for many years actually built what they call the SIL engine. It's a simple issue language. Essentially, it's an abstract layer that sits on top of Jira that makes it very simple to do automated Jira functions or scripted Jira functions. So instead of writing code to interface with Jira's SDK, you can write one line, one script that it can do a very powerful function very easily. So PowerScripts is that kind of front-end application to help manage that, which has got listeners and its schedulers and all kinds of advanced JQuery functions or validators and conditions for your workflow. So it really powers your system. You can automate, integrate, customize pretty much anything, and you can do it very easily. And it's not a product that we've marketed well in the past. People that use it absolutely love it, and we've had users that have been using it for years to automate, integrate everything. So as you go to market and you're trying to solve problems for clients, and I think this is why it's a valuable thing for partners. Clients come and say, hey, I want you to be able to do this. Generally the answer is, well, no, Jira doesn't do that, or yeah, but I got to write all this code and script runner to make it work. And now the answer is, yeah, I can do that for you, and oh, look, 2 hours later, it's done. So to be able to offer and that's high value, right? Customers value that you're knowledgeable, you can solve problems quickly, because that means they're saving money, and they want you then to work on the next problem, as opposed to you spend 20 hours trying to write some code and trying to figure out how to make code work with another tool.
What I like a lot or coming back to the script runner topic, we had a session together this morning, and there were a couple of consultants, and I would say they defaulted to a script runner when a customer came and asked something about Jira automation or that they would need a script for. And so I challenged them earlier and said, Zubin told me all of the things about Power Scripts. What do you think about it? And they were kind of skeptical. I didn't have any good arguments why they should go for that. And then I thought, okay, so everyone who came in the room defaulted to script runner. When they went out, and you had Jonathan, your product manager, with you, and you and him were like basically only answering questions, showing off what you did. Like there was no slide on. It was not no marketing shit. It was just like, this is what we have. This is how I would react to all the disadvantages that he came up with. And when they went out, I had the impression that like it totally flipped. Yeah. Like they were very convinced of this is a cool product. We should try that out. We should evaluate that more. We should put it in front of our customers. And one of the things that I learned yesterday when I just repeated those prejudices that other people had was that Jonathan then said, yeah, if you put in front of a Java developer the question, do you want to go with script runner? He said, oh, script runner is so easy, and I can do everything, and I don't care if I have to write like 30 lines. That's fine. Yeah. But the abstraction layer that PowerScript gives you, it allows like dumbasses like me to actually automate stuff in Jira, and that frees the Java developer to do something what his intellect is appropriate for, instead of me like trying to explain that to him. What do you describe as being fast and being able to deliver?
Exactly.
Yeah,
and it's a big problem because there is shortage of development talent, and to be honest, do you really want developers, talented developers writing a script to create an automatic issue, and spending 2 days to do that when we can do it in 5 minutes?
Like there is obviously a transition phase, right? Like if I have so many scripts there, I still have to port them if I want to switch or something. Like it's not a non-issue.
Sure, and we're willing, especially for the partners ecosystem, to offer, take 10, 15 scripts and we'll rewrite them for you and teach you how to do that. Yeah. So you can go do them yourselves.
That could also be something for you if you're interested in that. They offered us to help us with scripting as long as we're not as familiar with PowerScript. That's something that we'll at least try out, and I'm pretty confident that this will be a very good experience. Thank you so much for being actually one of our most active partners. A lot of the stuff that you said that we've done with Linchpin, it sounded like we had that pre-packaged and gave it to you, but actually we have it pre-packaged now because you did the first run with us. So like with this video, in the very beginning I thought, why is Zubin doing that for me? Right. Like what's his? So hopefully you'll all go into PowerScripts tomorrow so that he gets something out of this video. Apart from that, you should do more Linchpin. And thank you so much for being such a good partner. If you're thinking of like what else can I do in Jira, I highly recommend to talk to Zubin, to Dan Frost, who's your partner manager, right? Like the right guy to talk to, and his PowerScripts team to see whether it can work out as good as it was for us. Thank you so much for coming here, taking your time.
Thanks for hosting me, and I hope that folks come take your invitation up to come visit this beautiful city and your wonderful office. So great team of folks and an amazing culture.
Cool.
So
thanks.